Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to LearnTube. Today, we are going to learn a little something called backdrops. This video is going to use sprites, so if you don't know what are sprites, I made a whole video on it. If you didn't watch that already, make sure to do so. You will find the link in the description below. With that being said, let's get into backdrops. The first thing we are going to talk about is what are backdrops? Backdrops are simply the background image of your project. Now, if you watched the sprite video, you probably remember that sprites have four different options you can choose from. Well, guess what? Backdrops have them too. And that is going to be what I'm going to explain for you first. To start off, we are going to go through the backdrop library. And you do that by simply hovering over the backdrop button and click choose a backdrop. It opens for you this library that contains many backdrops which you can freely choose of. If you want a specified search, you can go for fantasy and it gives you like fantasy backdrops like the woods, witch house, four different castles. Music, you can have a theater or a spotlight or a concert. For sports, you may get a baseball field, a swimming pool, a soccer field. Outdoors contains anywhere that's outdoors. And indoors, indoor stuff. For the space, it contains space cities and a spaceship, a nebula, a galaxy, a moon, and some stars, and this neon tunnel. For the underwater, it only contains two backdrops, and for the patterns, it contains stripes, rays, light, hearts, and circles. So that is the backdrop library. But again, sometimes whenever I start a project and want to make a game, for example, and then I get in the library, I search for a little bit, and then I go like, nothing looks nice. So what do? Paint one. And it opens for you the same window that opens whenever you come to draw a sprite. I really recommend you going and watching that video because it has a full detailed explanation about how to use this drawing tool. So in general, I'm not going to go in detail about this one because it's already mentioned. So after that, we have the next option, which is getting a surprise backdrop. And all that simply does is gives you a surprise backdrop. So if you click that, it suddenly gives you a 100% random backdrop. If you don't like that one, if you are in this type of window and you don't like that surprise one, you can easily switch it by going to the backdrops section and then deleting it. And then you can click surprise again and then select this one. If you like it, you can keep it. If you don't, you can delete it and then try again. So after that, the fourth option that we have is uploading one. And it's pretty obvious what does an upload backdrop button do. It obviously allows you to upload a backdrop from your desktop. Yeah, that makes sense. So backdrops are very fun. You can use them to make awesome visualized games and so cool stuff. I made a virus escape game. I highly recommend you going and watching that if you watched the sprite and the backdrops. If you watched them and want to make a small game, you're more than welcome to do. I have this link in the description that contains the virus escape game. Make sure to watch it. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.